Welcome to Coin Explorer. At first glance, the 1992 1-cent coin looks almost completely ordinary. It carries Abraham Lincoln, the familiar memorial reverse, and the denomination most Americans handled countless times. But one small detail on the reverse can change the collector's story dramatically: the spacing between the letters A and M in America. So the useful question is not simply, is a 1992 cent valuable? It is, which 1992 cent is this? And what evidence separates the ordinary coin from a recognized variety? The photograph clearly shows a 1992 Lincoln Memorial cent. Lincoln faces right on the obverse, with Liberty at the left. In God we trust above. And the date 1992 at lower right. No mint mark is visible beneath the date in the supplied image, which is consistent with a Philadelphia circulation strike. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, with United States of America, e pluribus unum, and 1 cent surrounding the building. Those features establish the coin's basic identity. This is part of the Lincoln Memorial Cent series that began in 1959. The obverse continued Victor David Brenner's Lincoln portrait, a design first placed on the cent in 1909. The reverse changed in 1959 to Frank Gasparro's Lincoln Memorial design, honoring the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. That memorial reverse remained on circulating cents through 2008. So when this 1992 coin was struck, both sides belonged to a long-running design tradition already familiar to generations of Americans. Its physical specifications also tell an important story. A 1992 circulation cent is 97.5% zinc with a thin copper coating, weighing 2.50 grams and measuring about 19.05 millimeters across and 1.52 millimeters thick with a plain edge. The mint changed the cent from its earlier copper composition to copper-plated zinc in 1982, largely in response to rising copper costs. By 1992, this lighter zinc-based construction had become standard for circulating Lincoln cents. The production numbers help put the date into perspective. Philadelphia struck 4,648,905,000 circulation cents dated 1992, while Denver struck 4,448,673,300. San Francisco produced 4,176,560 proof cents. Those figures show why a normal 1992 cent is not scarce, simply because it is more than 3 decades old. Millions upon millions entered commerce. Age alone does not create rarity, and the enormous production totals are an important starting point when considering collector value. There is, however, an intriguing chapter in the 1992 cent story. Collectors discovered that a very small number of circulation strikes from Philadelphia and Denver carry a reverse design associated with the following year. The most visible clue is the A and M in America. On the unusual close AM variety, the bottoms of those letters are extremely close together. On the normal 1992 wide AM reverse, a more noticeable separation is present. That tiny design difference became highly significant. The reason this matters is connected to a transition in the mint's reverse design. The close AM reverse was intended for cents, beginning in 1993, while the older wide AM design was the normal 1992 format. A small number of 1992 and 1992 D circulation cents were nevertheless struck with the newer reverse. Numismatists generally describe these as transitional varieties, and their exact production circumstances are not completely documented. The important point is that the variety is recognized through specific design diagnostics, not appearance alone. The photograph provided here does not give enough detail to authenticate a close AM variety. The reverse is visible, but a trustworthy attribution requires a careful examination of the A and M in America, and the position of the FG designer initials near the memorial. Damage, lighting, enlargement, or image compression can make the spacing look different. For that reason, a photograph can raise a question, but it should not by itself establish a rare variety or a high value. For the ordinary 1992 cent, the collector equation is much simpler. A circulated example with normal wear, no significant recognized error, and no unusual variety is generally a face value coin, 1 cent. Its copper color, date, and age may make it interesting to a collector, but those characteristics alone do not make it scarce. Even many attractive examples remain inexpensive. The key distinction is between owning a 1992 cent and owning a 1992 cent with a documented numismatic feature. Condition can change that picture, especially at the highest grades. Collectors separate brown, and red examples according to how much original color remains, while grading services evaluate wear, marks, luster, strike, and overall preservation. A truly exceptional certified coin can command a premium because very few pieces survive in that level of preservation. That does not mean every shiny 1992 cent is valuable. Bright color from ordinary handling or lighting is not the same thing as a high grade. Auction history illustrates the difference. PCGS records a $2,875 auction result for a certified 1992 Philadelphia cent graded MS 69RD sold in 2008. That result belongs to that particular coin at that particular sale. It is not the normal value of a 1992 cent. The ordinary issue is vastly more common. Exceptional grades can bring stronger prices because collectors compete for unusually well-preserved examples, while circulated pieces normally remain near their 1 cent face value. The close AM variety is a different category altogether. PCGS records a $25,850 heritage auctions result for a 1992 close AM cent graded MS 67RD in 2017. Again, that is the sale of one exceptional certified variety coin, not a price for every 1992 cent. The variety is considered extremely scarce, and confirmed examples can bring substantial premiums. Proper attribution matters enormously because the ordinary wide AM reverse is common and looks similar at a quick glance. Other factors can influence the final price as well. A mint mark can distinguish Philadelphia from Denver, while proof status, recognized die varieties, genuine mint errors, surface quality, color designation, certification, and eye appeal can all affect desirability. Authentication becomes especially important when a claimed variety carries a large premium. A seller's description or an online photograph is not enough evidence by itself. Serious valuation depends on identifying the exact coin first, then evaluating its condition and market demand. So where does that leave the 1992 1 cent coin shown here? As pictured, it is a normal-looking Lincoln Memorial cent dated 1992, with no mint mark visible in the image. Its ordinary circulated value is generally just 1 cent unless additional evidence proves a recognized variety, error, or exceptional condition. The most important next step is the reverse. Examine the A and M in America closely, then compare the FG initials and the coin's overall condition before drawing conclusions. The 1992 cent is therefore a good lesson in modern numismatics. Billions were made, yet a minute design transition created a genuine collector variety that is far more important than the coin's age alone. For an ordinary circulated piece, expect face value. For an exceptionally preserved certified coin, a premium is possible, and for a properly authenticated close AM variety, the difference can be dramatic. A precise valuation requires clear photos, the mint mark, condition, and confirmed variety or error attribution.